Well, new year, same us.
Welcome back, fellas.
Much for
It
sure.
was a good little break.
You know, it was a nice little month of break off. Holidays, Christmas, New Year, and now we're back in the grind. You know, back to make content for you guys. You've been asking for it, and we're here.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. What's up, guys? What's going on? How's you guys' week so far?
So far, so good. Mine's been good. I'm happy to be off that crazy 12-hour a day grind.
Oh, you done? Yeah, let's go.
So man, yesterday was the first day, you know, where I just worked my 8 hours, and I was like, man, there's still so much. I took a nap after work, and I woke up, and it was still early, and I was like, what?
Nice.
And so, you know, got to spend time with the family and be up for more than 30 minutes, you know, instead of having to go to bed right after work, essentially.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was really good. So I'm happy about that. You know, we did our thing. It was needed. The hours were needed because that amount of work is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah.
But
now you got a nice
in
little
a good
paycheck.
spot. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Start the year off with a bang.
Yep.
For sure. So good with that, man. And you know, just with everything with the family and at church, everything's just great, man. Happy.
Yep.
Oh, we just had a
Thankful and
birthday, no?
grateful. Yeah,
Just
man.
had a birthday, the
That would
big
be
5-0.
Damn.
4-5.
There it is.
Team 4-5.
There it
Team
is.
4-5.
There it is. How was that?
It was good. Just, you know, with the family. Actually, it was really nice. We just ate, and then we played games at the house and until like 11. And we just had fun. We laughed a lot. I mean, cheeks were hurting, tears were coming out. We laughed a lot, man. It was great. So it was a great time. I had a really good birthday. Although I did miss like doing what I really wanted to do for my birthday, but with the amount of hours that I was working, there's no way I can plan for it. It was just,
Yeah.
it was just no
It's
way.
all
I
good.
didn't have the energy, but we still plan on doing something. Allie's like, I'm still going to do something for you. We'll just wait till we're in a, you know, we'll plan it ahead of time and do something, even if it's got to wait till February, whatever.
Yeah.
Do a little something on the
There you
weekend.
go.
For sure.
Some people wondering his birthday was the 14th, just in case this drops like, you know,
Yeah.
next week. They're like, oh, hey, happy late birthday, but it's been
Right.
like 2 weeks already. So, yeah.
Good point.
The 14th.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, January 14th. But
We're recording this on the...
But
not this
Venmos are never late. So if you need that,
Drop
I
your
got
Cash
you.
App.
There you
I'll-
go.
you know, just DM me. I got you. I'll
Drop
send
your
that.
OnlyFans too.
Yeah.
I got great toes.
Yeah, man. Feeling good. Started off the year at a new apartment.
That's right.
Took
Nice.
that first 2 weeks, we were, you know, just kind of settling in, bought new sofas, new stuff that we needed, just bought a brand new TV.
Let's
It's
go.
huge. Looks good. We love it. And yeah, you know, can't wait to start inviting you guys over
Looking forward to it, man.
and just playing board games. And I mean, that's the stuff I like to do. I've always envisioned having like a big place to just have people over and just spend time with.
Play Monopoly.
Yeah, Monopoly. Lord of the Rings Monopoly.
Okay, you lost me there.
Not just any old Monopoly, bro.
I've actually been waiting to play Monopoly. It's been a long time
Yeah.
that I've been
I haven't
wanting
played
to.
it.
It's fun,
like
dude.
like the board game Monopoly.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But we
last
need to
time I
start
played
at,
it.
like,
It's been
noon.
years.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't start it late. I mean, that game can be forever.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the type of deals that you're making.
I mean, I can imagine you as a landlord. So it's like, this game will never end.
Right.
You know?
Be making
No,
deals in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One thing about me is that when I'm playing board games, and let's say I'm on the losing side for a bit, or like I'm just kind of started off losing, like I don't mind prolonging the game because I do aim to win. Like that's me. Like if I'm gonna play a game, like I want to win. So there was one time when I was playing Monopoly with my cousins when I went to go visit them at Texas, and it was me, my wife, and my cousins, and we started the game maybe like 6 p.m. and we didn't finish it till like 3-4 a.m. and it was just me and my wife at the end, and I had almost all the property at the end that cost a lot. And she just kept getting lucky and just bypassing them all. So we stayed like that for the longest time. And I'm like, babe, just give up. And she's like, no. We prolonged the game to like 3, 4 a.m.
6 p.m. to 3 a.m.?
It was just a very long game. My cousins were already asleep. It was only
9
us.
hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys are both winners. You're in the same team anyways. Doesn't matter. Just end the game there and go to bed.
No, but it's
Your
fun.
properties are my properties.
Yeah. But the time just goes like that.
Yeah.
Like Mar said, you're playing games, you're
Yeah.
laughing, and then
For sure.
something pops up, reminds you of something, and then next thing you know, someone's showing a video because they reminded him of something, and then
Very
conversations,
specific.
everything.
That was very
Like, it's just-
specific. Yeah.
yeah, that's what happened. It's just family.
What video have you
You
shown
know?
me? Huh?
But you don't play Monopoly with
Yeah.
me, fool.
By the way, it's your birthday tomorrow. What level you going to tomorrow?
What level?
Yeah.
What do you mean by level?
Your age.
Oh, I'm a level up to 31.
Right on.
Let's go.
Right on, brother.
And I'm happy about it because I remember when the moment I turned 30, my back, my neck, everything was hurting.
It sounds better when you call it a level versus your
Yeah.
age, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're leveling up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel much wiser. That's for sure.
Right on, bro.
So I've been, kicking it with you bums.
That's your charity work. Yeah.
Don't lie to the people, dude. Okay. All right.
But yeah, no, like I feel good where we're at. Said, I got a new place. Work has been going great. Getting more knowledge, learning new stuff every day. And then I know we started off with a lot of friends from the church. Shout out to them. Started this group weight loss challenge as well.
Oh, yeah.
So that's been a good little like motivation, start of the year
Yeah.
kind of thing. So we're all on that Better Together app, and everyone's been killing it. So
That's
That-
I
dope.
know. I see
Definitely
my
good
wife going
motivation.
at it, and she used to only do her workouts in the morning. And then like now in the past like several nights where she's turning on the video like at 10, and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm getting my last steps in. I'm like, that's crazy. That's
Dog.
exactly why I didn't want to
Commitment.
The
on.
very first
Yeah.
day, I
Yeah.
wake up 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. Allie's at 4,000 steps. And I'm like, dude, I barely have
I think she was like at 8,000. Like we're shooting for 10,000 steps every day.
daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just barely wiped the mocos off my eyes. And she just ran a marathon. That's insane,
She
dude.
does this video where it's literally like all steps. Like that's all she's doing.
Yeah.
And she's just like
Yeah.
moving crazy movements and all that stuff. I over exaggerated, but yeah, that's how I view it when I'm watching
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
there's times like 2 days ago, I think, because we're shooting for 10K, right? Steps every day. And I was like short like 2,000. We and my wife, we were just going in circles, walking around the living room. Like if we would have opened up the blinds and people were seeing, like what are these dudes doing? Like it looked like it was like a cult.
cult,
in
yeah,
there or
that's
something.
right.
Yeah, like we're just
Chant.
yeah, like a
You're
chant.
sacrificing the
Circles.
plants.
All you gotta do is walk around with candles in your hand.
Yeah. I've been waking up with frost in my car. Last time it took me like 10 minutes for my windshield to defrost.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of frost, I backed into a car
No.
2 days ago. Just I was a bit distracted. I wasn't using the camera and I didn't have my sensors on, and it was late at night, and I was just backing up and I was talking and I wasn't paying attention to my angle and just right into the car.
Please tell me you bounced.
I could
his
have.
neighbor.
I would've bounced.
I literally
I'm out.
could have, bro. Every bone in my body was
Typical
like, just
Tesla
go,
driver.
Right?
just go. Right?
That's what you have. You have sticky notes in your
Yeah,
car. You're like,
yeah.
my bad.
I bet you those Teslas have
I'm
a feature
sorry.
where hit and run feature.
I'm sorry.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, I
It looks fine.
Yeah.
It's just a scratch.
Yeah, deal with it.
Yeah, you're out.
I really wanted to do
No,
that.
I'm just kidding. Don't do that,
but
guys. Don't do
couldn't.
that.
You know, the honesty in me just
Yeah. Of course.
wouldn't allow. So,
Guys, it's a new year, right? So I think I want to get more involved with our audience.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I want them to be more interactive with us.
yeah, agreed.
You know, because I want to talk about what people want us to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
So throw us ideas.
More
whatever.
conspiracies.
Conspiracies,
Yeah.
man.
This guy has
Let's
enough
talk.
of them.
We
This
need
guy
more Miami.
We
enough
need more
of them.
interaction, man. We do.
Oh, God.
You know?
Yeah, but I think it's been pretty dope that even though like we kind of took like a month off, right? That people have kind of just been hitting us up and been like, "Hey, like I just found out you had a podcast,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
why don't you promote it more?"
We're giving them an opportunity to catch up.
Yeah,
with the
to catch
episodes.
up, right? We have like what 11 episodes out already,
Something like
something like
No.
that. No,
There's like 14.
14. Oh,
Oh,
damn.
wow.
Wow. Okay, bam.
14.
All right, we're good.
Why not 13?
Right.
But
Get up.
salte. But yeah, a lot of people have been approaching us and telling us that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we just heard your your newest episode, and it was episode 5 or episode 7, which is fine.
Yeah,
We're letting
they're
people
catching. I mean, they're like
catching up
when they find out there's more after episode, I'm like, oh wow,
Yeah.
there's more. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be entertained for the
Exactly.
next
For sure.
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
But you think people want to talk about your conspiracies though?
absolutely they do. Come on, the whole internet wants to talk about it.
Yeah, some
know?
people eat that up, bro. They love
Yeah.
that. They want to know, you know.
Mhm.
They
Everybody's
want to
in views,
wander with
baby.
us.
Yeah.
But I think it's also important that we give our opinion as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
because I don't think our opinion is out there as much as other opinions are, right?
Yeah.
They're like what we talked before about marriage and what it means to be a man is that's not the same definition or what's being talked about out there in the podcast community or just in social media in general. So I think this is obviously a great platform to talk about that, and I'm sure that's what will intrigue our audience to listen to more of our episodes as well, because one of our videos, besides our wives, a lot of people were drawn, to our wives having their own episode. But one of our episodes that has the most views is the one where we talked about marriage and when we talked about manhood, right? So those are topics that a lot of people kind of want to be listening to more opinions about. So I think that's what we'll be kind of shooting for towards the goals, objectives that we have for this podcast for this year, and at the same time like be inviting other guests out there.
Oh, yeah.
That I mean, we have a lot of great people in our space
Yeah.
that can offer a whole lot of value, perspectives to this platform.
Yeah.
So if you're one of them, you're interested, holla at
For
us.
sure.
Yeah, send us a DM. And tell us why you have to be on.
Why,
Yeah.
Jergy?
Send us your
Why?
resume, Jergy. Okay.
I think he gets a pass. He's automatically on.
He's automatically in.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's invited to the carne asada.
And hopefully this year we can also shoot for going live a little more often
Yeah.
and interacting with everyone, with all of you. And hopefully you guys will continue to share us and help us get the word out, because, I think what we talk about, the things our perspectives that we have already shared and will continue to share is just relates to a lot of people that have never even heard us yet,
Yeah.
And so when you share, it helps those people find
sure.
us.
Yeah, so it's 2024, but I feel like it's already been a crazy start to the year. Right?
A lot going on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot-
Like
a lot
Twitter
going on.
goes crazy, and it's January.
Right.
God, I'm glad I'm
I've-
off.
These people are filling out their bingo cards, what they think is going to happen
Yeah.
throughout the year, and they already have half things filled out.
Yeah, this year, dude's gonna be nuts. We got a lot of things happening, man. We got the political things happening in 2024. We have the elections. We have, these aliens coming down to the mall to shop for shoes.
Yep.
We have just-
AI, there's a Jesus AI out there now too.
That's
You can
nuts.
ask Jesus. You can ask Jesus AI anything you want, and
That's
it'll
insane.
respond to you.
yeah,
Like as in Chewy?
yeah, Chewy.
That's crazy.
It's nuts, man. This year is just, it's off to a boom, man.
Mm-hmm.
But then, on the good things too. We have sports coming up too. Super Bowl's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
What's
know,
your prediction?
Where my Niners are gonna take it. this
Ravens
year.
are taking it.
Okay, dude.
Ravens.
Yeah. I'm gonna call the Ravens. I like what they can do potentially, and I think they got one of their best receivers, are gonna get their best people back off injury, so can only help them. And if it goes anything like what we've seen, if those two teams make it and it goes anything like what we've seen before, that'd be fantastic.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy? There's that
I agree.
conspiracy. There's a conspiracy of like the Super Bowl logos. I don't know if you guys have heard of this
yeah.
yet. So hopefully we can just add it on right here. And where they release the logo for the Super Bowl every year, and it's always two different colors, and it's always those two teams that make it to the actual Super Bowl.
Really?
And this year it's red and purple.
Mm.
No
And then
way.
Okay.
Last year was Kansas City and who? I forgot who they played.
Oh, the Bengals.
It was orange and red.
Mm-hmm.
And so every Super Bowl they have a specific color logo.
Mm-hmm.
And those two color logos are usually the colors of the teams that make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so
Oh no, it was the Eagles, wasn't
Was
it?
it
Yeah, it
Eagles?
was the Eagles, not the Bengals. It was the Eagles.
Good answer.
it's a conspiracy. I just listened to him, man.
Hey, the Bucks are red, and they play in the.
Oh, yeah,
they're in
they
the
could
AFC
be.
though.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Chiefs are red too. Get your hopes up, buddy.
Yeah.
Packers are coming through this weekend.
But it's
Yeah.
not green though.
Yeah. They.
The logo is not green.
No, but they're not
Hopefully,
gonna go.
this comment doesn't backfire. For when y'all hear
Taking
it
all
in a
bets.
week.
Yeah, let's throw some
Real.
bets out there. Yeah. No, but yeah, that's a crazy conspiracy that I saw.
You know, I saw something, and I don't know, I didn't confirm anything, so just, grain of salt
what
here.
makes it
But
a
I saw an
conspiracy.
NFL thing that was at the beginning of the season, and it showed, like, it was released or something like that, a document that showed, like, all the moves that a lot of teams made, and it had it on this document that was released, like, before those moves were actually made, like, certain players that went to certain teams, and it kind of laid out, it said, like, this quarterback to this team, this person to this team, and they were like big name players who went to these teams. And so it's like, that could be anything. That could be just something that they was already in the works and no one knew about, or planning. Right?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past these, owners too.
Yeah.
It's like they just want to make money.
Yeah.
I don't think they sit there and enjoy the game as fans do.
Yeah.
They enjoy the revenue that comes in.
Yeah.
And if it's gonna make them money, I'll do whatever I need to do. Hey, let me pay you this
Well,
amount, lose the game.
I think every owner wants to win because winning equals money.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Because the more you win, the more fans you get, right? And more people want to buy your merch and all that stuff. So everyone wants to.
But it's still an
Try to
investment
win.
because to win, you gotta have
money.
best players out
Yeah.
there, right?
Exactly.
Unless you have like the best rookies and you have people coming in from free agency.
Yeah.
Which sometimes it happens. You get like these Cinderella stories in soccer in the Champions League. But then the very next season, those players, because they had a phenomenal season, boom, they get transferred.
Top teams, yeah.
Another team buys them, and that's the end of that
Yeah.
club.
Chelsea.
It happens all the time.
But this is why I really enjoy like the UFC and boxing, because it's like Jeez. Blooper.
A while back, my back was jacking me up, and one of my colleagues has the ones that you put on your seat, the massagers that you put on your seat, and that junk hurt. But I was putting so much pressure that I sat there, not realizing I was there for a while, and my back was sore for like a week
Oof.
because I sat there for a while.
Yeah.
Dang.
And it beat the hell out of my back. And it had the heated one too. So I was like, dude, like I didn't know how much I needed that in my life.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. So I'm like at that point right now where
Yeah.
I'm like trying to do the self-care like that.
I definitely want to buy that foot massager, like a foot massager,
Yeah.
because I have tried one too before, and I was like, dude, why haven't I bought this before? We own a really good massage gun. I bought one for Allie maybe 3 years ago. One of the best investments. Like it was a pricey gun. It has like multiple attachments, and that gun can get hot or cold.
Oh, really?
So it's like it's dope
You're gonna have to send me that link, bro.
for sure. I bought it at Target like 3 years ago. But I can show you. I'll send you the picture of the name of it.
Yeah.
but it's fantastic. It has helped me, the boys, and Allie on multiple occasions over the past 3 years. Like, there's sometimes, you know, you get older, you start having pains that you did, but even for the boys, like they get cramps or whatever, and just, Dad, can I get the gun? Yep. Got you.
Yeah, Lena's been actually saying her shoulder's been bothering her and her back, and I mean, it's been an issue that I've had. I'm like, I know it's not genetic, but I'm like, you know, she's carrying these girls, you know, she's a base, you know, so she's carrying these girls, you know, that are double her size.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, this is a good investment for us, you know, and I didn't realize I needed that in my life until last night. One of my boys is like, hey, he's like, I know you're like really into this stuff. So he pulls out, he's like, I just bought this, and he's like, just try it. And I was like, I have my right arm has been bothering me, and I just went ham on that junk. Not even like 10 minutes. And I felt like my whole arm, like I felt like blood just flowing like crazy. It was just super hot. And I was like, yeah. And it felt really, really good. It hurt. And it wasn't even like too much that was going on. It was on the lowest setting, but because it was hitting like the parts that are really bothering me, man, it felt really, really good. And I was like, okay, I'm like, this is a really good investment.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get a cheapie. I mean, you can, but I'm like, I want to really invest in something like that. So I'm doing my research.
Yeah,
Nice.
And then the foot massage, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely getting one of those.
Yeah, dang, that sounds fire. I'm glad you guys are talking about this because my wife used to make fun of me a lot because I had a lot of these devices that you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Because during my time at San Jose State, like I would, you know, be coding or just working on homework, and I had practiced bad posture, and then I would get dry eye and everything. So then I invested like in a little neck massager, like those little shoulder massagers too. So I had that for a while. It heated up as well, and then I had a eye massager as well. I don't know if have you seen?
I seen one yesterday, and I was like, does that? I'm like, it has to work, but I've never used one. Does it actually work?
Oh yeah, bro, it's clutch. So I had one, it would massage, and then it had a little Bluetooth setting so you can put music on it and everything. And during that time, cool. I remember I had signed up for this website that if you sign up for like their sleep studies, they'll send you devices and stuff. So one time they did, just like last year, they sent me this new top of the line technology, and it was like eye massage, but then it came with an app, and it had like it would heat up and then just give you nice little massages, and then just meditation on it and everything. And I was on that, like as soon as I would get from work, I'm like, all right, I need to de-stress, right? Or I need to take a nap, because I just love taking naps. So then I would just throw it on, and bam, dude, I feel fresh.
So what's the purpose of it as the eye massager?
So the eye massager, they did studies that if you did certain eye, because they had different types of massages, but certain massages was just to, you know, de-stress, just kind of like meditate, whatever. And then there was some where it would help you sleep. So if you did this like 30 minutes before you went to sleep, that you would have a good night's sleep. And I mean, sometimes I had good sleep, sometimes I didn't, but it for sure would relax me, and sometimes it would knock me out.
Just imagine someone breaking into your house and you're like all these equipment on you. You're like, this is RoboCop. Yeah. Out of here. I'm out of here.
But I have the massage gun as well.
The most relaxed RoboCop you've ever seen.
Exactly, right?
I just
not
have a gun,
chasing you
dude.
at all.
I have a gun, and then honestly, there's such an importance in stretching.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
That people tend to just like take for granted, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like stretch your body out, man.
Yeah.
Use the door, like the doorway,
Mm-hmm.
as like a perfect stretcher, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can release anything with a nice little stretch.
Yeah. I have this little, it's like
especially with consistency.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to stretching, I think that's the true key, is just doing it every day. Because it's one thing to just do it, but like to actually do it for that muscle to actually become flexible and or, you know, looser, you have to do it often. Otherwise you're just going to stay in that same tough spot.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only time you're actually going to use it is when you actually like are too late. You're already injured or something.
Yeah.
because like I didn't realize how much the foam roller. It's so cheap, but how much a foam roller is like can be used.
That cracks your back.
Yeah. I have an expensive foam roller. It has like the little like ridges on it.
Yeah.
So it cracks me good, man.
That's nice.
Yep.
So should we have a get together and all of us bring our
Slumber party
devices?
Slumber party.
I'll come in with 2 massage guns.
Bro, I'm not even
All right, guys.
done talking about the devices I have. I have this little thing that helps me stretch out my neck. It's like a pillow, kind of like a pillow, but not entirely. But it stretches out my neck. And then for a while, oh man, I had this. It was like an air pump thing. I don't know if you ever saw me wear it, but I would put it around my neck, and then you would pump it, and then it was supposed to like, kind of like, just raise and make your neck straight, right? So you would pump it up to the highest setting,
You're a psychopath.
and then I would take it off, and then I'd just be just crack. It would feel really good. I had a lot of stuff.
Always. I'm big on like cracking. I can crack my knee too. All day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In my ankle, the one that I dislocated,
Yeah.
it just goes nonstop. Yeah, I don't think it ever healed correctly.
Yeah.
So it hurts in the cold.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, my knee cracks from old age.
Cracks on demand.
Yeah, exactly.
it's understandable.
Not even trying.
I will say this though, since it's been one of my goals from last year to this year, is the quality of food and rest that I have not had for so many years. I'm finally getting the benefits of it, where I'm like, wow, like I'm not sleeping as much as I hoped, but I am sleeping more than what I was, and with my diet has been a ridiculous like change of energy and attitude. Not foggy, but in reality, like I never realized how foggy my thoughts and my brain was.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is huge, real big step.
Especially on like the food, it plays a major role, but that sleep, like being sleep deprived all the time, like for a long time, that just messes with you big time, so much. And I know for me, like I've had a crazy sleep schedule for as long as I can remember. It's just never been normal. Not never, but it's been years and years and years, like early teens since I've slept 8 hours.
That's a long time.
Literally, since I think the last time I slept 8 hours, I was probably 13, 14 years old, where I slept 8 hours without waking up because my body just doesn't do it. Regardless of how tired I am or what I did, I don't take any naps, and I just go to sleep 4 to 5 hours. I just wake up automatically. Now I can go back to bed. I can fall back to sleep, but the 8 hours straight that I wish I could do, just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I will get a 6 hour like night, and that feels like great. Like that feels really good. Even going from like 5 hours to 6 hours, just that one extra hour feels so good.
Yeah.
You know what I will say though is that ever since I've taken this little break from social media, at night I don't look at my phone at all, and I just fall asleep, man.
Yeah.
Peacefully.
Yeah.
Like I got to realize how crazy it is how that little screen keeps you up
Yeah.
for an hour or two extra.
It's true.
And then after you're done with it, you're still awake, and then your body still has to adjust to the fact that it's not staring at a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to fall asleep. But like not having to stare at it before bed and just putting my head down on the pillow, I'm like, hey, I can actually fall asleep right now. Beautiful.
That's
I've been
awesome.
getting honestly 7 hours every night.
That's dope.
Man.
It feels great. I wake up and
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
okay,
Yeah.
we all need this.
I'm not on my phone much when I'm in bed. Like I try to make that a good habit of mine, but sometimes me and my wife get in these conversations that keep us up all night, and then like it's really good conversations because sometimes throughout the day we probably didn't have the time to be talking, right?
Yeah.
About how our day went. So then finally when we relax and we're in bed, we're talking about it, and then we just stay up talking, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
dang, I gotta go to sleep. But then I'm trying to get sleep now, and then I'm thinking about the conversation that we had, and it's like, dang.
Or
Pause.
you just have to have that question answered, like because you guys already went for so long. Like,
Yeah.
hold up, let me just ask you. Babe,
Yeah.
I gotta
Exactly.
go.
Yeah, her eyes are already closed.
Yeah.
And I'm over here still
Yeah.
reflecting on.
Hold it for the next morning, and then you wake up like, "Hey, so what was your question?" That's how it should be.
No, then you forget. Shoot.
God.
Yeah.
It's weird though. This one thing I've been trying to do after I wake up is try to remember my dreams. I just can't remember my dreams, dude.
Do you dream often?
No. Or I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that question. You know?
You're in a
But
dream right now.
No lie though, like last night, it's so funny that we're talking about sleep, is that last night during my prayer, I was like I want to remember my dream. And I just remember parts of it, but I don't remember the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Hmm.
But I know I dream.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because, I mean, things I like go through my head, like when I wake up, I'm like, wait, what was I dreaming? You know? Like, why was the head out here? You know?
Why
That's
not?
a nightmare. God, Lord help me. No, but
It's probably the best dream of your life.
that's why I forgot it. It wasn't important. It wasn't important. No, but for real, that's one thing I've been trying to do is like try to memorize my dream from like beginning to end.
Yeah.
And I just like figure out little small pieces, but I can't put it together. Not like you who like you
Yeah.
have vivid dreams.
Oh, definitely.
Like, you know, you see the
And he
people's
remembers
the
part
people's
of it.
pores on their faces. He'll know.
Yeah.
Like he had a scar in his left eyebrow.
Yep.
You know, like he'll know
Yeah.
that stuff. But I can't.
I haven't
do that.
had intense dreams like that lately, though. Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I think there's certain. If I remember my dream very clear, I guess I feel like it could be a sign, right? Because I've had certain situations in my life and we're like, oh, I don't like that dream, but it's like, is this something that I should like prepare for if it happens? And then sometimes it happens.
Do
I
you
won't
guys
say it on camera, but it happens.
do you guys believe that dreams are for a reason? Like we have dreams, like the dream is there. Was it for a reason?
I think certain dreams, yeah. I think dreams are something that does affect you. And like, let's just say you're having a dream and it's sad and you're like, oh, and you wake up and you're sad. Then you realize like, I'm so glad that was a dream. Maybe that's a sign or something like that. But if it's like something goofy, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like, you know,
Well,
what's Mario doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like actual like dreams sometimes that were like you feel like God's actually trying to
Yes.
communicate to you.
Yeah. Or prepare you or talk to you. Yes, I do. I honestly 100% believe in that. Yeah. That's not something I won't say in camera what happened, but like I've had that experience before. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like this was told to me in a dream and it happened. You know what I mean? And I obviously
Real quick with that, what phase were you in your life that happened?
recently.
As far as your
what?
spiritual.
I mean, I can honestly say I wasn't 100% in.
Okay.
I was like kind of like dabbling in and out. Yeah, for sure. I guess we can call it backsliding. You know what I mean?
I mean,
for sure.
It could, but or maybe
Or maybe I
weren't.
just wasn't really involved.
Yeah.
I wasn't backsliding because I wasn't doing things that I was supposed to do.
Yeah. I don't think
I
I,
take
was
that
like,
back.
what? You backsliding, bro?
No, not backsliding. I'm more like I wasn't involved in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this was during my LA era.
Just being like more active.
Yes,
Actively
actively
involved.
doing it. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I wasn't really like, and purposely I wasn't seeking it. You know,
Yeah.
so it was more like,
Yeah. If it comes
next weekend, not tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. So yeah, and that dream that happened was something that I was like, when I woke up and I was like, oh, like, hope that doesn't happen. You know, and then it happened,
It happened.
and I was like,
Were you scared when it happened?
oh, I was terrified, but then I also was, I felt like it kind of it like activated that faith again. I was like, oh,
What I used to get a lot of dreams about, and I still to this day, but not as much as I used to when I was in college. I used to have at least every other night dreams about being in a tsunami. And it was terrifying because like when you're in dreams, sometimes you see the danger coming and you're trying to run away from it, and you're just running so slow.
It's like throwing a punch in a dream.
Slow, right?
You can't throw that punch.
Yes, and it just sucks. Or like you trip and you can't get back up, right? But
Got you feeling like Neo when he was getting shot at.
It's a great reference for his first movie. Right? That's so funny.
But I used to get these tsunami dreams all the time, and sometimes a tsunami would reach me, or other times it was always like just coming at me very slowly, and I had to run away from it, but I couldn't. And then finally, I would wake up, and the tsunami wouldn't get me. And other times it did, and it came crashing and everything, and then I had to help people out and whatnot. But then I started looking into it. I'm like, okay, what could it possibly be? Because I'm not one to really try to interpret what my dreams are saying, but I guess it's that tsunami dream. A lot of people have it, and it usually means that you're under a lot of stress, or something is keeping your mind occupied. And I'm like, okay, it can possibly be school, work. I know during that time my anxiety levels were just high, and I was on different antidepressants and whatnot. But then I kind of started de-stressing myself, finding new ways to just find calm and peace in my life. And then those dreams kind of started disappearing.
I used to have a specific nightmare, and it would happen a couple times a year. And I've had that dream till I was about 19. It was right before Alina was born. I remember having it, and that was the last time I ever had it. And a few years ago, Alina brought up the exact same nightmare. And she says that she started having it, and she had it for years.
Wow. Dang.
And it's crazy because to the T, the way she described it was the exact same thing that I would experience. And I was like, man, like in my head, I'm like, my child is probably battling with the same things that I have. And that's where I say like a generational curse, where it's like that. It could be that bad spirit that has been roaming around me at a very young age is now like disturbing her.
I mean, I truly believe that if it's a dream that you wake up and you're like, you're double thinking it.
Oh yeah.
Like that was meant to speak something to me.
Yeah.
Like that I shouldn't just like let go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's crazy because I had that, and then that didn't occur until months later. I just put it past me.
Yeah.
But I remember in the dream specifically, it told me what to do to avoid. It's insane. It told me what to do. Not tell me directly, but like I felt in the dream, I knew what I needed to do to fix the situation. But in the dream, I didn't do it because I was like, it's just a dream, whatever. And so when I woke up, they stayed in my mind. And then I was like, yeah, whatever. And then when it happened, I was like, damn. If only I would have listened.
But did you change your ways after that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a new man. I'm a completely new man.
There you go.
And I love it. You know.
I think it's also important what you consume as well.
Yes, absolutely. That's
Right?
huge.
Like if you're on social media all the time or watching TV, even just the food that you eat, right?
Food,
Like
dude. Yes, food gives you dreams.
Yes.
That's insane. I didn't know that until I started looking into dreams.
Yeah. I think for me, before I start wanting to interpret my dreams, I always think about, okay, what was I consuming during this week that led to these thoughts that perhaps came up in the dream. And other times, like you said, maybe it is a spirit you're fighting, or it could be a dream that God's trying to tell you something as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a big believer on the supernatural when it came to that type of aspect. You know, it just I never thought that would be me. You know, I would hear stories and testimonies of things happening like that. Like, damn, that's crazy. Like, damn. And I'm glad you
Yeah.
I'm glad you woke from that and like, you know, prospered or whatever. But that to me, it's always been like stories. And I was like, I mean, what are the odds?
Yeah.
You know, until stuff like that happens to you, it's insane
Yeah.
to think about it. And so anybody out there, if you're having a weird dream, like, you know, really contemplate on it. See if it's trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
Especially if you have it constantly, right? You don't have a constant dream, coincidentally. You know, sometimes I feel like it's like, hey, he's giving you certain warnings. So what should I eat or drink to have good dreams? Kiwis, cherries, milk, fatty fish, nuts, and rice. That's been found to relaxation, sleep. What gives you vivid dreams is cheese, chocolate, bananas, peanut butter, and jelly sandwich. So random, huh? But I mean, people do studies on this, right?
I will say the times that I've had like the most vivid and craziest dreams are the times where it was really tough for me to find sleep, like to go to sleep. When I'm like at the close to getting REM sleep or about to just doze off and finally get into sleep, and then I would just kind of wake up. During those times is when I feel like I have the craziest dreams. I don't know if that's happened with you, Mark.
It has happened
like
with me.
you struggle with sleep and stuff too.
There has been many times that it's glad you said that, because there's times where I was like, dude, I'm dead, I'm exhausted, and then I fall into this crazy deep sleep really fast, and then I had this crazy dream, but then within like 10-15 minutes I'm up. And then I feel like wide awake, because number one, the sleep was so, you know, deep, and then I dreamt, and then that dream, with if it was something crazy, because I'm the same way where I very rarely dream now, very rarely. But when I was younger, I definitely used to dream a lot more often, and I had some crazy, scary dreams most of the time. And I used to have one recurring one where I was just constantly like basically just jumping off a cliff. I would walk up right to the edge of the cliff, look all the way down, and just let myself go. And every time just before hitting the ground, boom, I'd literally jump up out of bed because my heart was racing so fast. Sometimes I'd be sweating and I'd be like I literally felt like I'm going to die. I'm just falling off this thing. And then I would, every time right before hitting, I would just wake up. But it wasn't just like, oh, I got up. I would literally jump up, like, don't hit the ground, you know? And then other times I had dreams with like demons and other kinds of stuff that was just crazy. You know, won't go down that rabbit hole right now, but I've had some sleep paralysis dreams that were just like brutal, and it wouldn't go away until I literally said, all right, I got to pray through this, you know, and that's the only way. And I'd have to, it couldn't be no, Lord help me. You know, I had to mean it. I had to get up and mean that prayer and go into it and get in his presence. And then, you know, I'd be good after that. I mean, I've had some that were just ridiculous to the point where I was like literally just killing zombies. And I remember I had an infinite like supply of different ammo and guns. And I was literally like Rambo. I was like, bro, I'm such a boss in this dream. I didn't want to wake up from it because I thought it felt so cool. I felt like I could just pull out any weapon and just kill all the zombies.
Now, in those dreams, did you know you were dreaming?
No, not until I woke up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not until I woke up.
I've heard of people say like, "Oh, I knew I was in a dream, so they had fun with it."
Oh, yeah.
I would love that.
That's me, dude.
Really?
I know. I know when I'm in a dream for sure. I think they call that lucid dreaming. I think.
Yeah, they call that lucid dreaming.
But not at first, initially.
Yeah.
Just like you guys said, things are happening, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But then sometimes things just get a little out of order.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm in a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just figured it out like that. And when I know I'm in a dream, I'm able to just, I think I've said this before too, just manipulate the dream.
Yeah, you become the hero, dude.
Become the hero in the story, and bam.
You save us.
Yes,
now,
I
in the
save
times
you.
where I have recognized that I was in a dream, they were mostly to do with like basically nightmares. And I would tell myself, Mario, you're in a dream. You have to wake up. 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 And those were the times where I would realize, usually with those fun ones, I just want to live in this. But the nightmares that I would have were the ones where I'd be like, this has to be a dream. It has to be a dream. You have to wake up. You have to wake up.
Yeah.
I
Definitely
do
not a
remember
crying one.
my mom once telling me this ridiculous dream that she had. We used to live in a house where there was like rats, and she had a dream of rats, but these rats talked to her, and she remembered jumping on a coffee table, and the rats were like running around the coffee table, but they couldn't get on top of the coffee table, and she was just like screaming the whole time. And then she said, "What do I do? What do I do?" She had $5 in her pocket in the dream. She threw it. And she said the rat grabbed it and said, "That's all I wanted." And then just dream ended.
Jeez.
The rat ceremony.
Yeah.
And then your dad comes out in his pajamas.
In his Mickey Mouse pajamas.